Lies will not win you this election. And now I got you a light. But when COVID came, they depended on the NHF, which was created by the People's National Party. That is the PNP saving fund that they had to raise. Go on again, Sophia.
Bless up, baby, our family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, JLP FM has now waged a war against what they deem the sick, lame, and lazy. As well as government claims that the People's National Party doesn't save for a rainy day. But Senator Damion Crawford reminds them that if it had not been for the vision and the investment of the People's National Party, when crisis hit Jamaica, where would Jamaica be? And there's a war on democracy in the island of Dominica. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Another life member of the People's National Party, my daddy, Star
Always love. Power to the people, I say. Power to Northeast St. Andrew. Power to Jamaica. Power to the people. One love, comrades. God bless you all. Victory, victory, victory. That is in the stars, and that is what God wants for us. We will deliver.
So kicking off this first segment, as we see in the candidate presentation for the People's National Party, Stacey Knight, who happens to be the daughter of the sheriff himself, KD Knight, to which she was endorsed as the People's National Party candidate for Northeast St. Andrew, and in support of her was her father, KD Knight. And we seen the JLP FM nationwide news came out saying that the People's National Party are desperate, calling out the sick, lame, and lazy. What a low blow to our senior citizens. No wonder why this current administration has broken down our healthcare system, and no wonder why they treat our senior citizens like that when they go to the hospital for care. And I wonder, when they take jobs at our senior citizens, I wonder if some of them know that they might not even live as long as our senior citizen. Now, they're coming against a KD Knight, and they're coming against Bobby Pickersgill. And at the same time, we have a sitting MP who is still an MP on the government side, called Mike Henry, who is still collecting the whack of that 300% increase. Right? And he does not sit in our parliament. He does not go to parliament. We're talking about members of parliament like Everald Warmington, who is an elder in the politics. We're talking about Babsy Grange right now on the government side. We're even talking about even Delroy Chuck. They're no babe. They're elders in parliament. And amongst others, we could name a few more who are elders in the parliament, but yet still, a KD Knight and a Bobby Pickersgill, who is not in our parliament, not collecting salary from the public coffers, is being criticized for going to a party's conference campaign, candidate presentation, to support a child, to support the party that they love. I don't understand and I don't get that. But look at this. Mike Henry is collecting from that 300% increase. Doesn't sit in our parliament and is basically an elder. Now this is a lesson to all our senior citizens. And we're seeing time and time again, I'm going to put the pictures on the screen right now, where Jamaica Labour Party supporters and others, them send all taxi, them send all vehicles, private vehicles for elderlies out of their houses to collect a vote on election day. I am imploring all senior citizens, since that they're sending and they're waging a war against y'all, y'all must not go out this general election to vote for no Jamaica Labour Party MP. You must switch on a vote and vote for change and give the People's National Party on a vote so that they can show that they care for the people and that they care for elderlies. Now in this segment, Senator Damion Crawford reminds the Jamaica Labour Party, the current government, who says that the PNP doesn't save for a rainy day. Crawford reminds them that it is major funds that was created under the vision and investment of the People's National Party that this government and other Jamaica Labour Party government relies on whenever there's a crisis in our country. And he reminds them of one such crisis, the COVID-19.
No, they say they save for a rainy day. I hear the finance minister said, oh, we save, and when we save, we can spend, and we can save for a rainy day. They said the PNP is not the saving party. Well, let's analyze a rainy day, because COVID-19 was a rainy day. If there's ever a rainy day, COVID-19, let's analyze. Let's analyze. Me already tell you about that already. Lies will not win you this election. And now I'm going to show a light. But when COVID came, they depended on the NHF, which was created by the People's National Party. That is the PNP saving fund that they had to raise. Go on again, Sophie, I don't want to take too long. When COVID came, they depended on the Universal Access Fund. All of the spending for children to get access on the wireless, and that was PNP saving fund. Come again. They depending on the Tourism Enhancement Fund. Well, go on, man. Tell me again. I can beat them. They depended on NHC. Created by the People's National Party. E-learning Jamaica. PNP saving fund. JC. PNP saving fund. Come again. Chase fund. PNP saving fund. Had it not been for the PNP saving fund, they could not have executed 40 years ago. Where would we be? I give you no heart. I give you no heart. I rewarded Edward Seagafat. I gave him a plaque. He came to the dinner. He wasn't as what do you call it now? Biased as you. He came to the PNP while it was dinner, and I gave him a plaque. Look, NHT, created by the PNP in 1976. Michael Manley. Jamaica Social Investment Fund, 1996, PJ Patterson. Chase Fund, 2002, PJ Patterson. Right. National Health Fund, 2003, PJ Patterson. Right. E-Learning Jamaica, 2003, PJ Patterson. Right. Tourism Enhancement Fund, 2004, PJ Patterson. Right. Universal Access Fund, 2004. Did you see Andrew Holness' name up there? No. It's all part, but part wasn't a source of funds. So it wasn't the saving fund. But it's a program that they're depending on. But I'm showing you that how is it that the band raiders are saying that they're better than the farmers of the corn?
And I honestly believe that this government cannot talk about other farmer leadership and not saving money for a rainy day, because we see that this government spends our public funds, our taxpaying dollars, loosely. When we see them taking up one minister and sending him on a trip all over in the Middle East or wherever he went, many different stops, accumulating a value of 3.3 million Jamaican dollars that was taken from our public coffers. When we're seeing them paying for unoccupied buildings, when we're seeing how much money refurbishing an hospital and it cannot be completed even after 5 years, still under renovation, we must ask, which government puts down something for a rainy day? Certainly not the Jamaica Labour Party, and certainly not this government. It is the plans and policies and vision and investment of the People's National Party that is always rescuing Jamaica. Now, last but not least, I've seen Mekwita Jeffrey Tavares breaking a news on his platform today as it pertains to the Prime Minister of Dominica, who goes by the name of Roosevelt Skerritt, and him basically waging a war against democracy. Now there's a group who went out and protested in the country who was affiliated with the opposition of that country, and they were basically arrested, placed in jail. And so it's basically showing the people that there's no democracy and that the people must not go out and protest if they're displeased with something that he has done. No leader, I believe, is above reproach, and no leader is above scrutiny. But I want y'all to listen to this and tell me what you think about this. If this isn't the same action that you think this current Prime Minister of Jamaica would have taken when people go out to protest, their silence, police officers going for them even under their beds.
The Prime Minister of Dominica has cracked down on opposition party members and locked up 21 of them, sir.
Well, let me just jump in quickly. I just had confirmation from the attorney who is doing all the interviews and processing. There are 19 persons have been processed and placed on bail. Very strict bail, and one individual is currently locked up in the cell, which the attorney is working on and trying to prepare bail document. So that would put us at a total of 20. And as Gabriel told you, among the 20 include Mr. Johnson Boston, who is the chairman of the Electoral Reform Coalition. That was a coalition, a group that came together a little over a year ago to advocate and to bring the whole question of electoral reform to the citizens. He's the chairman of that electoral coalition. He's also the chairman of the Dominica Freedom Party. He was picked up, charged, and is on bail, as well as we said the former representative Danny Lugie, Hector John were also picked up, and Rosie Phillips, an activist, and they've all been placed on stringent bail, meaning that they are not allowed to discuss the matter, and they're not allowed to engage in any political activity discussions.
Let me ask a question, though, counsel and gentleman who's talking to us here. Under the Constitution of Dominica, don't it give you the right to protest?
Yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
but what has happened in Dominica is that we are no longer a democracy. Dominica is today the most imprisoned former territory of the British West Indies. It is run by an absolutely ruthless dictatorial regime that has allied itself with money launderers, mobsters, and criminals who have been arrested as follows. The head of the Black Dragon Society in Macau, China, Ng Lap Seng, arrested by the FBI, jailed for money laundering, a Dominican diplomat appointed by Roosevelt Skerritt. Alison Madueke, the former Nigerian Minister of Oil, who sold an estimated $20 billion from the government of Nigeria, arrested by Scotland Yard in London. When they opened her purse, they found that she was an ambassador appointed by Roosevelt Skerritt, ambassador extraordinary plenipotentiary of the government of Dominica.
We have in Jamaica here, who is ambassador, what's his name again from the JDF? He's ambassador plentiful.
At least he's a Jamaican.
All I can say, ABR family and viewers, serious times ahead, and I implore you to be vigilant. I implore you to make sure, say, when you go out and vote this general election, and lest we forget the government that truly cares for all. Lest we forget how they're waging a war on our senior citizens, calling them the sick, the lame, and the lazy. Drop on the comments in the comment section with me own and say. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K and beyond. Help me to get there. Get this video to at least 7,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.